so for the two B notes, this is called 3-5. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's the same topic. So we are solving systems of linear equations in 3 variables. So before we have x and y, or a and b or whatever, now we have x, y, and z. So tomorrow I'll try to show you a picture of what something like this would look like, but for today we're just going to do the math. In Algebra 2, a lot of times the first couple of steps are new, and after that it's old stuff that you should know how to do anyway. So these first few steps are going to be new, and everything else is going to be what you guys did on that worksheet yesterday. Okay? So here's how you do it. Your solution is going to be X, Y, Z, or A, B, C, or something like that, alphabetical, right? It's called an ordered triple because there's 3. It's not an ordered pair, that would be 2, right? This is an ordered triple. You can still have infinitely many solutions if you get the letters to disappear, the variables go away, if the variables eliminate, and you get something that's true, it's infinitely many still. If you get something that's false, it's no solution still, or you could still get the one solution, the X, Y, Z. Make sense so far? Okay? So here's the steps to solve it. These aren't perfect, but they're the best I can come up with to help you. Step 1, pick 2 equations and eliminate 1 variable. I'll show you what that means in a second. Pick 2 different equations and eliminate the same variable, and then it's going to look like everything you've done before. Once you've done that, it's going to look like that worksheet. It's going to have 2 equations with 2 unknowns. So then we solve like before. So let's actually do one, and it should make a little bit more sense. We're going to do number 2 on this one. So that's on the back. We're not going to do number 3, so you can write all over this page. We're not doing number 3 at all, okay? So I like to do this. I call it A, B, and C, all right? Again, you don't have to do that, but it's already confusing enough. I feel like anything I can do to make it easier, I try, all right? We're going to pick any 2. You can't do this wrong. You pick A and B, you could pick B and C, you could pick A and C. It doesn't matter, okay? I typically try to pick the ones with a 1 as a coefficient. If it has a 1 as a coefficient, there's a lot less work for you. Which one has a 1 as a coefficient? B, option B, right? So I'm going to do A and B first. I'm going to write things multiple times, and you're going to want to be lazy and not write them down, and it's not going to go well for you. So if I write it down, you can think that's stupid if you want to, but do it anyway. The more organized you can be, the less likely you are to make a mistake, okay? So I'm literally just going to rewrite A and B down here where I have space to work, okay? So 3x plus 2y plus 4z equals 11, and 2x minus y plus 3z equals 4. I just rewrote them. I've done nothing fancy, all right? What letter do you think would be pretty easy to eliminate? You totally can, but it's easier to eliminate something else. Y is going to be easier because there's a 1. So listen, again, no wrong answer here. That's what's kind of nice about it, but kind of difficult about it because it's confusing, right? You can eliminate any letter you want, but Y is going to be easier because it's got a 1 in front, okay? So this gets confusing, so I kind of give myself a little reminder. I'm eliminating Y. That is my goal. That's helpful to me, okay? So if I'm eliminating the Y's, what do I need to multiply B by? You want the Y's to go away. I'm going to multiply by a positive 2 because I prefer to add, right? Negative 2 isn't wrong. That's fine too, but you'd have to subtract, and most people aren't very good at subtraction. So I like to keep them opposite signs, which they are now, and then that way I can add. So I rewrite everything. 3x plus 2y plus 4z equals 11. I know you don't want to, but do it anyway. And then what does b turn into? 4x minus 2y plus 6z equals 8. Very good. How are the y's going to eliminate? With addition or subtraction? Addition. Very good. I'm going to pause there so everybody knows what's going on. Do you guys all understand that what we just did is going to make y go away?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
You took the 2y and multiplied it by b, so if you took the negative y, multiplied it by the a, it would be the same thing?
I'm not multiplying b and a together. Is that what you're saying?
I thought you were...
Nope. So a and b have nothing to do with each other. I'm trying to multiply b by something that would make the y's disappear. So if I multiply b by a 2, the y's will eliminate if I add later. So I didn't pick 2 necessarily because that's what that said, because that's not always going to be true. I just need these 2 to be the same number. However, I can make that happen. Kind of thinking ahead. Yeah. So we're going to add. So how many x's do I have? 7x. Do the y's actually eliminate? Take 2 seconds and check. Yeah, right? And how many z's do I have? 10. Very good. Equals 19. I put a star there. Okay? I don't like to circle it because when I circle something, that's telling me that I'm done. I'm obviously not done. I don't have an answer at all. But I'm going to need this again later, and I don't want to like lose it. So I put a star. Once I have 2 variables, I put a star there. Okay? So what we just done was step 1. Let me go back. We picked 2 equations. We picked A and B, and we eliminated y. Does everybody understand we just did that? Okay, so now we're going to do step 2. Pick 2 different equations. So don't do the same thing because you'll just go in a circle, right? Pick 2 different ones and get rid of the same variable. If we don't get rid of the same variable, we're wasting our time. I'll explain what that would look like after we do it, okay? So we already did A and B, so now we can either do A and C or we can do B and C. No wrong answer, but what's going to be easier this time? B and C is going to be easier because the ones are easy. A and C would not be wrong. It would not lead you to a wrong answer. But if there's a 1, I want to use it. Okay? So I'm going to do B and C this time. Okay? I literally just rewrite them down first because I like to see them right on top of each other. That's easier for me. So I'm going to rewrite B, 2x minus y plus 3z equals 4. I'm going to rewrite C, 5x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 1. Okay? What's our goal again? Eliminate the y, right? What do I have to multiply b by to make the y's go away? 3 is fine. I prefer to add, so I'm going to use negative 3. I want opposites. Opposite add, opposite add, opposite add. I prefer to add. Okay? So, what do I get when I do that? Negative 6x plus 3y minus 9z equals 12, right? Everybody, oh, excuse me, thank you, negative 12. And then you rewrite the other one, 5x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 1. Is everybody okay? Am I going to add or subtract? Add. I prefer addition. Most people are better that way. So I get what? Negative x, that really eliminates, minus 4z equals negative 13, star. I'm going to pause. That's the new hard stuff, okay? So we just did step 2. After that, you write the stars on top of each other, okay? 7x plus 10z equals 19, and negative x minus 4z equals negative 13. This is now step 3. So here's what I want you to understand. Above the squiggly line is new stuff for you, right? Below the squiggly line is the worksheet you did yesterday. Do you guys get that? This is just like yesterday. You solve it any way you want to. You can eliminate, you can substitute. I guess you could graph it if you want to. I don't know that I would though. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to eliminate or do you want to substitute? I'm hearing both, okay? So I'm going to do one way. I'm going to eliminate because I think that's easier. But if you choose substitution, you go ahead and do it on your own. And if you don't get it right, I'll do it for you. You don't have to do my way, but I'd like to show you one of them, okay? So I'm going to do elimination for people who want to see that. People who want to substitute, go ahead and do it on your own. If you get it wrong, let me know. I'll do it for you instead, okay? So eliminate people. I'm going to do 7 here. Again, if there's a 1, that's the easiest, right? So I rewrite them again. 7x plus 10z equals 19. And the second one's going to become negative 7x minus 28z equals what? Negative 91? Is that right? Okay. So eliminate people. What am I going to do? Add or subtract? Add. That really does eliminate. And I get negative 18z equals what? Negative what? 72. And then what's z? 4? So I literally just found an answer. Z is 4. I'm going to circle it. Uh-huh.
I was thinking about changing from doing substitution to that
Uh-huh.
instead. But I was thinking, what if you get an equation that's not just going to have a variable by itself?
You mean like not a 1 in the front? We are going to have a problem like that in a minute. So just kind of hang tight. Enjoy the easy one while we can, okay? It'll come. All right, so those of you that eliminated, we found Z, so we're going to plug it back into a star and find what? X. Those of you that substituted, I don't know what you found, right? But whatever you found, you could plug back into a star and find the other one. We cannot plug it back into the original because we're missing too many things. Does that make sense to you? Okay? So just like yesterday. So eliminate people. I'm going to plug it. The second one looks easy. I guess the top one's fine too. It doesn't matter. Where do you guys want to plug it in, those of you that are doing it with me? A second one. So I have negative x minus 4z equals negative 13. So that's negative x minus 16 equals negative 13. Add the 16. So negative x equals a positive 3. So x equals, it looks like negative 3. Is that what you guys got? Okay. Hold on. Substitution, people, did you get x and z the same as me? Yes, okay. Sam, are you eliminating or substituting? Are you doing my way?
I ended up doing elimination.
You did this and you got z is 4? Okay, good. So our only choice is to plug it back into a star. I can't plug it into A, B, or C because I'd be missing too much stuff. Does that make sense to you? So you plug it into either star. It doesn't matter which one you pick, and you'll find the other one. So take, it's all, I think step 3 kind of says it all together. Okay. So once you get here, what am I missing? Y. So how am I going to find it? You have to substitute it back into one of these, right? A, B, or C. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Plug it back into one of these. I'm going to plug it into the first one because it's the first one. That's fine with me. So 3x was negative 3. Plus 2, I don't know why. Plus 4, I think z was 4. Yeah. Equals 11. So negative 9 plus 2y plus 16 equals 11. Again, you guys plug it in wherever you want. This is just what I'm doing. Where am I at? What is negative 9 and 16? Those of you that are doing it with me. 7. We're good. So 7 plus 2y equals 11. So 2y equals what's 11 minus 7? 4. And then, so y is 2. So our final answer is x, comma y, comma z. It has to be just like this, alphabetical order in parentheses. I'm going to pause there. Ask me a question. Sure. So when it's just an x and a y, you can check it if you want to, right? X, y, and z you can check as well. I want you to at least see how to do it, even though it's not something you have to do. Are you done on the bottom? No. You good? Okay. So I'm going to plug them in to all 3 of them. They have to work in all 3 or something went wrong, right? I'm not really going to show that. We're just going to kind of do it out loud just for sake of time. So 3 times we said negative 3 is negative 9. That's going to be plus 4. What's negative 9 plus 4? Negative 5. More people. Plus 16. What's negative 5 plus 16? 11. So it worked in that one, right? Let's plug it into the second one. That would be 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. What's negative 6 minus 2 more? Negative 8. Plus 12. 4. That's 4, right? And then that's negative 15 minus 6 is what? Negative 21. Where am I at? Plus 20 is negative 1. It worked in all 3. Do you have to do that? No, you don't have to. It's just nice to know that you're right, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. It's not like when you do absolute values and stuff like that, right? Okay. Okay. So that's the only one we're doing on the Algebra 2B notes. So now we're going to do the Algebra 2A notes. So Brianna, can you pass these out, please? You don't have a lot of space, so I would probably get a new sheet of paper for this. Yes, thank you. So while you guys are getting these, here's some information I did not write down in the 2A notes, but you have them pretty much in the 2B notes. So I'm going to go ahead and show it on here just because we're doing the video anyway. So this is all the stuff that we just said. I'm not going to say it again, but it's on there if you want to see it. And this is all the stuff. I think it's pretty much the same way I had it in my 2B notes. Okay? So I don't think we need that. So we're just going to get started. What do you notice about number 1? One of them is missing B. Do you guys see that? So, I still do A, B, and C. That's just what works for me, all right? So what they gave us is a star. They gave us a star. Do you see that? So they already have one equation with 2 variables. They gave us a star. So we need to find the other star. So what are we going to do? Do A and B and eliminate. We're going to do, I know A and B and there's a bunch of A, B's. We're going to take the first one and the second one and eliminate what letter? B. If we eliminate anything else, we're not going to have 2 stars that are very helpful, right? They have to have the same letters when we're done. So you're going to take that first one and the second one. I rewrite them again, okay? And Sam, here's where your question's going to come in, okay? So I rewrite them. I've got negative 3A minus 4B plus 2C equals 28. And I've got A plus 3B minus 4C equals negative 31. And what did we say? Eliminate what? B. I like to make a note of it so I don't get confused. Do you have to? No. But I just think it's confusing enough. Like, let's help ourselves wherever we can. If we're trying to make the B's go away, what do I have to multiply the top one by? 3. And the second one, they're already opposite signs. So I'm just going to multiply the first one by a 3 and the second one by a 4. Do you guys understand that? You can always fix that later. Just shove a negative in if you want to, but I just try to do it now. So that's going to make our B's eliminate. So I write what I have. I'm going to get negative 9A minus 12B plus 6C, I'm running out of room, equals what? That's 60 and 24, what did I say? 84, is that right? Yeah. Good? Help me with the second one. What do I get? 4A plus 12B. Negative 16C equals. What's 4 times 30? 120. And then 4 times 1. So 124, right? Okay? Am I going to add or subtract? Add. All right, I'm going to pause. Everybody catch up. We wanted to get B's to eliminate. We multiplied by whatever made that happen. Opposite add, opposite add, opposite add. So what is negative 9 and positive 4? Negative 5A. The B's really do eliminate. I get what? Negative 10C equals, what does that say? 84 plus negative. So really just 84 minus 124 is what? What? Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Negative 40.
Yeah, that's right. Negative 40, good. So here's our star. What do we do with the stars? I write them on top of one another. I don't want to try to do math from over here all the way over here. I think that's hard to do. So I rewrite the 2A plus 3C equals 11, and the negative 5A minus 10C equals negative 40. So above my line is new. below my line is not new. You can solve elimination, you can do substitution, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to give you guys a minute to try to find the answer on your own. I'm going to go ahead and put up what the answer should be just so like you know you're on the right track, but I am going to pause it. Ow. That's what you should get when you're done, but let's take some time and do it, okay? So I am going to, Jake, what did you want to do? Did you want to eliminate the A's or the C's? The A's, that's what I would do. I would multiply this one by a 5 and this one by 2. Okay? So when you do that, you end up with 10A plus 15C equals 55. And negative 10A minus 20C equals negative 80. Are you good there? Okay, and we're going to add. So those eliminate. And I get, what is that? Negative 5C equals, what's 55 plus negative 80? Negative 25. And so I get C is 5. That is an answer. I circle it. Okay? Did you get that? Bless you. Okay. So once you get that, you plug it back into a star. You pick either star. It doesn't matter. I'm going to plug it into the first one. 2A plus 3C equals 11. So it's 2A plus 15 equals 11. Subtract the 15. What's 11 minus 15? Negative 4. So A is negative 2. That's an answer, so circle it. Now, to find the third one, you have to go back up to the originals. Not this one, because that's not going to help me, right? But you could plug it into the first or the second one. Okay? So I'm going to plug it into the second one because it looks easier, I guess. A was negative 2. So negative 2 plus 3, I don't know B, minus 4C is 5, equals negative 31. So it's negative 2 plus 3B minus 20 equals negative 31. So that's 3B minus, 22 equals negative 31. So add the 22. So it's negative 31 plus 22. What'd you say? Negative 9. So B is negative 3. So A, comma B, comma C. Final answer, ordered triple in parentheses right here. We could check it. I'm not going to, though. Ask me a question. Those of you that did substitution, are you okay? Okay. Sure. How much time do I have left?
It's 1:48.
Okay. Okay, one more half of it. All right? We're going to do half of it. We're not going to do all of it. A, B, C. They didn't give me a star, darn it. When they give you a star, it's actually helpful. Some people get confused. I don't know why, but it's actually a good thing. What do you guys want to do? A and B, B and C, A and C? What do you want? I would do A and B. Why? Because there's a 1 on the A, right? So I'm going to do A and B, and I'm going to eliminate what? The Y's. Very good. Make a note so you don't get confused, right? So literally, just rewrite them. Negative 5x plus y minus 4z equals 60. And 2x plus 4y plus 3z equals negative 12. What do we want to multiply the top one by? I would do negative 4, right? So we can add later. So help me out. What do I get? 20x minus 4y plus 16z. Very good. Negative 240, right? And then 2x plus 4y plus 3z equals negative 12 still. Am I going to add or subtract? Add, right? So what do I get? 22x plus 19z equals negative 252. Good. Star. Is that okay? Okay. So what do you guys want to do after that? Do you want to do, we did A and B. Do you want B and C or A and C? I would do A and C. Okay? I'm going to make you get the star on your own. Do A and C and see if you can get the star. When you're ready, you should get negative 9x minus 14z equals 128. I'm going to pause it again and help you. So to make the y's eliminate, I'm going to multiply this one by 3. So I get negative 15x plus 3y minus 12z equals 180. And I still have the 6x minus 3y minus 2z equals negative 52. I'm going to add. Okay? So what's negative 15 plus 6? It's going to be negative 9x. These really do eliminate. This is going to be minus 14z. And this is going to be 128, which is the star over here. Okay? So here's what you have to do with the time we have left. You're going to put the two stars on top of each other, and you're going to find your final answer. I'm going to go ahead and put up what you should get. Your final answer is negative 8, comma 4, comma negative 4. Okay? But I want you to get there. If you don't get it, I want you to come and see me, and I'll see where you're messing up individually. Be really careful, right? Like negatives and stuff like that. It's so easy to get this wrong. So really take your time and let me know how I can help you, okay?